Going on, guys? As you can see, got the hatch raised up. Need some work done. So I got a busted axle, and these are not even a year old yet. These are Unaka axles. Ordered some axle boot for this, so I'm gonna see if I can get that replaced. Also, I'm gonna replace these shocks, and I'll show you why in a minute. These are the factory shocks and springs, and they're just not able to handle the load. I did replace this upper controller arm, but I figured since I'm replacing the booth and all that, I'm just gonna do the shocks and get it over with. Also thinking about getting some seals for this VTEC solenoid, because it's leaking a little bit of oil, so I'm gonna have to get that done. Also, yeah, so these are the springs, these are the shocks I'm gonna replace them with, and also the Ibach lowering springs for the front. So I did get 4 of these, but I had to wait to save up to buy some Blistine shocks. So I finally got enough money to do get for, and this is for the rear also. And also I'm going to be replacing these adjustable camber for the rear here. So you can see this one here is red, and this one here is all rusty dusty. I had some issues with the other one, with one of them, so I think let me show you guys. So if you can see here, I have a different bolt that's going in this one here, and that's because for some reason the threaded nut inside of here, they don't hold properly. So I know most people just re-thread it, but what I did was I just drilled right through, and there's a bolt that goes that bolts it in the back. So that's what I wanted up doing. But first I'm going to start on removing this axle. I'm not going to show too much of the removal of the axle itself, but I'm going to show you guys how I replace the boot. Also, because these shocks here, they're not able to handle the weight of the they're not able to handle the weight of the H22 itself, and just the overall performance. The rear is out handling the front of the car. The issue I'm having is my exhaust, as you can see, it's taking the brunt of it. So I've gone through 2 exhausts already, and this will make my 3rd one. The flex pipe here, it's leaking. Just put this flex pipe in, and it's already leaking. So I'm gonna have to I'm gonna try to see if I get some new headers, some stainless steel headers, so that way when I do the shocks and I know the car won't bottom out anymore, I should be good. Also, I raised this car up a little bit. I raised it up from the factory ride how it was. So it is I raised it up from how I got it, because it was pretty slammed when I got the car. So I raised it up and put some factory shocks back on there instead of those lowering shocks. Or their shocks is probably dead, but it's still bottoming out when I really push it over some steep bumps. So everything else is pretty good. My traction slash engine mount is still holding up. It got a little rust on the slave cylinder, but had a lot of brake pedal issue. So I'm gonna start off by doing the hardest thing first, which is removing this axle, and I'm gonna go do a walkthrough of how to replace the booth on this Unaka axle. Besides that, getting the axle off, try to see if you can break this axle nut loose before you take the wheel off. So, you know, pop the center cap out and get it and break it loose before you raise the wheel up. And the rest of it should be pretty easy. Like I said, I'm removing the shocks and spring too. If you do a brake upgrade like I did, these are Acura Integra brakes on the Civic. Try to see if you can get the proper lines, because as you can see, these lines are quite long on here. So yeah, and it was time to get rid of these shocks. You can see all the rust and all that was on them. But for the most part, I'm just gonna pop this this outer tie rod, loosen up this bolt here, take the the brake hose off. I'm probably gonna take the lower controller arm out. Right here. Usually, like, I'm at home and I don't have a shop, so what I'll do is I'll kind of put a jack under here, like a little scissors jack, and kind of crack it open. You know, you take the pin out and use the scissors jack to kind of put some pressure on it if the whole thing is spinning. But for the most part, not going to go crazy into the whole taking out the axle. But I will show you guys once I take the axle out how to remove the boot. I will have a video of the rear, and I'll definitely bring some color to this whole thing. So by the time you see these shocks again, it should be blistering shock absorber with Eibach lowering springs. So I'm going to start off by dropping this axle out.
During mix with budget. 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 During mix. During mix with budget.
Alright, so what I'm gonna do is, now that I've gotten this loosened up a little bit, you can see it's not going anywhere. I'm just gonna put the scissor jack under here, raise it up a little bit, tap it right here, and till it pops open. Alright, y'all, so I've got the other piece left in there. So what I'm gonna try to do is get this fork hammered up in here like this and see if I can get it out. This is usually a pain. This is usually the hardest part, is getting this piece out of the transmission. But for the most part, I'm gonna just drop this out. While just taking.
I like my car.
You like your car?
Yeah, so my wife's getting fixed.
It's always broken, man.
Huh?
It's always broken.
What?
Well, you gonna take it. You gonna get it when you get older, right?
What keep breaking?
Everything.
And not the wheels.
That's the only thing that stay on. Mark, set, go. Alright, so at least I got the shocks out and a half of the axle out. Who winning? So I'm gonna pry this thing some more. So just to prove how much time recording takes, all I did was move the camera out the way, put this under here, tap it a couple times with the hammer, and comes right out. Just like that. So I'm gonna stuff this hole here with some a bag or something so it doesn't leak all my tranny fluid out. So I'm just gonna stuff this hole here.
Why it smell yucky?
Don't touch that. That's grease.
Where?
And I'm gonna have to clean up all this grease that's all over the transmission. Yeah, there's gunks and gunks of that stuff. So definitely don't want to have to refill this thing with transmission fluid. So I'm gonna keep that bag in there, get all this grease cleaned off, get a new boot on here. When I get a chance, drop this other shock and strut. I'm still waiting for the parts to come in, so there's no rush. And then I'm going to get the back camber kit also. You guys like my shirt? My jacket? I had it specially made for y'all, YouTube. But yeah, let me go downstairs real quick. So I'm gonna bring these parts and then I'm gonna go downstairs. Bottom. Yeah, with the price stuff. Thanks, Mr. Toolman. Soon go race bike. Go wash your hand though. Alright? Okay. That's my tool man right there. He puts away all my tools. So let me get this thing here. Whew! Got hot outside. So my youth, go get dishwashing liquid, wash your hand. I'll carry something for me. Go get the dishwashing liquid upstairs. Alright? Alright. So got everything inside now. Sorry for the noise, I'll speak up. Got the shocks, springs. I'm gonna need the boot off of here, so that's why I brought that in. And I got the axle here. As you can see, I just cut the boot off, so it made it a lot easier to take it out. I don't understand this. I bought these are Unaka axles. When I dug through my basement, I saw they gave me some keychain. They gave me some stickers. If any of you guys want them, you can have them. I've only had these on not even a year, and the boot already busted, and the boot is pretty thick. So I'm not sure why it busted. I don't know unless the axle is riding on an angle and it's constantly rubbing on there. That's the only thing I could think. But the other boot itself looks good. I've ordered 3 boots, so 2 inner boots and 1 outer boot. I have a whole bunch of axles inside the shed with no boots. I don't know. They give me some dishwashing look good. Alright, that good. Get that up now. I don't know if I'm gonna get to install these wheel stubs. I think I might have to take the hub itself out to do it the right way, so I don't have to cut anything. These will be installed in another episode. The booth will be installed in another episode. The shocks themselves, you guys are gonna really love these Blistine shocks. I got a ton of stickers, man. I got the Wireworks stickers here. I never put any stickers on my car. I got the Unaka Motorsport sticker. Got Unaka over here. I got the keychain. I got the Excel over here. Tell them, say like, share, say like, share,
and right, share, subscribe.
prescribe, subscribe. Y'all heard the man. Like, share, and subscribe. I'll keep you guys up to date. So definitely don't forget to like, share, and subscribe as I try to get this thing up and running. There's no real rush. I do miss the car, but I'm trying to get it done right. I thought I installed quality parts where I didn't have to go through this, but we're gonna fix that too. That's gonna be another video, okay? Yep. So yeah, man, just hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell next to it. Once the parts come in, throw these boots on, throw the shocks on once those parts come in, because I'm trying to cheap out on certain things and it's just costing me money in the long run. Also, I still haven't forgotten about my truck installed, doing the leaf springs on there. It's just been cold out.
Truck is good.
So yeah, I haven't been still got to finish up the project with the work pad. But I have to wait till it gets warm out.
Hi,
So
Daddy, I see you.
yeah. So yeah, one love, stay up.